Hey everybody again. We're going to be going over the Cybertruck one more time or more. Um, I've went over this a few times and I just want to go over it one more time because I think this fully self-driving package is going to be going up pretty soon. So this will be a chance to save $1,000 because every time it goes up, it's usually at least $1,000. When I drove, when I ordered my first Cybertruck, the fully self-driving package was 7,000. Shortly after that, it went up to 8,000. Um, if you guys have $100, or you can borrow $100, you can steal $100, or you can take a loan for $100. You can any way you can get $100. This is the best way to put it to use. The Cybertruck is only $100 down, and it's fully refundable. So right now, there's so many orders. There's over 750,000 orders. They can only build so many. And right now in Texas, they've been building the Gigafactory to build the Cybertruck, and it's only been a few months. So it's going to take probably it takes almost a year to build a factory, a Gigafactory, and then it takes a little bit longer, maybe a month or two before they start building the trucks. And this is a new truck. It's a brand new idea. It's never been done before. So I'm sure it's going to be a little bit of kinks in it when they start up. But once they get everything set up, I think those trucks are going to be spitting out faster than any other truck because they don't have to paint them. So basically that gets rid of the whole painting department, and they don't have to have a bunch of jigs and a bunch of presses set up to do the body panel. So like I said, it's going to be a little rough getting started, but once they get it dialed in, they're going to start pumping out those trucks. So don't expect a bunch of them at first, but once they get geared up, they're going to be flying out of there. So what's nice about these trucks, since there's no paint, basically you're just going to rinse them off. I mean, you don't have to worry about waxing them or anything unless you buff the truck out. So only thing you're gonna have to worry about is probably tires. And also too, I have an electric car. I've had one for like almost 4 years. Only thing I've done to it, it's a Nissan Leaf. I've had to put tires on it. I've had to put a battery in the key fob, windshield wiper blades, windshield washer fluid, and then every once in a while a 12-volt battery. But if you think about it, that's no maintenance for 4 years. Plus it was used when I bought it. I had over like 50,000 miles on it. So I've got probably close to 70,000 because it's my second car. But if I didn't have to put windshield wipers on it, which I don't even think the Cybertruck has windshield wipers unless they're tucked inside, but you won't have to use them as much because the way they made the windshield, it's out of like a liquid aluminum. It's like Tesla, Cyberglass or whatever they call it. It's like Rain-X. The water and the dirt and everything is just going to slide off when you drive it. So I think the windshield wipers, if it has them, they're going to last a lot longer. Windshield washer fluid if you want it. But also the battery system, I think they went ahead and got rid of the 12-volt system. Basically, they run a 48-volt system through the whole truck, so you're not going to have the 12-volt system, so you're not going to need the battery, the 12-volt battery. So that's like something I used to do every 3 years, 4 years, so that's eliminated. I think windshield wipers are eliminated, and then I don't even think it has a key fob, so your key fob's eliminated. So basically, the only thing you're going to have to be aware of are the tires. And what I'll do, if they don't have them already, I'll put like a 10 ply or better tire on it. So basically, it'll be really hard to puncture. So I have 10 ply tires on a lot of my vehicles, and it's really, you hardly ever get a flat. The next step is they have these airless tires, and the rims and everything's like built into the tire. And what you have is just a thick tread on the outside of the tire. The inside of the tire is made of like Kevlar and different types of polymers. And I don't know if you've seen them on like probably garden tractors, like John Deere has them. So they actually give, but you can never get a flat. There's nothing they don't hold air. So you can actually blow them up, knock chunks off of them, and they just don't do anything. You can take a shotgun or something, hatch it, take chunks out of the wheel, and they'll just keep riding. And they last longer too because you got this thick of rubber on the outside, and you can wear it down to the rim. And I'm probably thinking you might be able to reuse that rim if it gets down real thin, cut that rubber off, and it'll be like a retread. You just retread it. And I don't know if they can just slide the whole thing on there, or if they glue it and they have a seam there. It'd be nice if they could just slide it over top and use some type of glue. But who knows? They might be able to make them inexpensive enough to where you don't have to worry about using the rim over again. So if that happens, there'll be almost virtually no maintenance at all. And if you get solar panels on your house, or if you get solar panels on the truck, it can charge itself. So literally, you'll never have to see a mechanic. You'll never have to go to the gas station. You'll never have to go to a charge point unless you're traveling. I mean, basically, it'll be almost as close to maintenance free as you can get. So order yours today. It's only $100 and it's totally refundable if you look on the website. Also, too, they're going to have a 220 plug on them. So basically, if you're a contractor or if you just like doing things, you can plug in all your welders and your power equipment and everything, because it'll have 110 and 220 right on the truck. And it'll also it has airbag suspension. It has a built-in compressor, so you can raise the truck up and down 18 inches up or down. So you can tap in to the air supply and run air tools off the compressor. So this is going to be a totally self-sufficient rig. And since it has a 220 plug on it, it'll actually be like a generator. So you can actually get a plug, pretty much plug that you say the power went out in your house at a hurricane or whatever, the power went out, which is going to happen more and more lately. Because the grid's going to be unstabilized with all the solar energy and stuff until they start tying into the vehicle to grid. So basically, say the power goes out in your house, you get a cord from like Home Depot, and the same way is if you shut off your panel to your house, if you had a generator, you'd plug in, to those breakers are wired in, and plug the other end into a generator. Well, you can do the same thing, except you plug into your truck, because your truck's going to have like the similar output, 220 output. So you can power up your whole panel or a partial part of your panel and turn whatever breakers off you don't need, just to run like maybe your air conditioning or all your refrigerators in your house, depending on what you want to run. If you just run everything but your AC and your heat, just all your refrigerators and stuff and your lights, you could probably last a while, probably a week or two. And then another nice thing is the supercharger network is set up on battery packs, backup. So even if like all the power goes out, it's possible to go to a supercharger and still charge your vehicle. Charge your vehicle up like your truck or your car, your Tesla truck, car, come back and plug into your house. So even during a hurricane, even if power's out everywhere, there's a chance you can drive somewhere to a supercharger and still get power and bring it back. So you'll never be without power except when your vehicle's gone. So Cybertruck, $100 down. They're making it to where the tonneau cover possibly can have a solar panel. So you can charge up to 30 miles a day just off the solar panel, or you can buy additional solar panels and fold them out. And if there's no power, say you're out in the middle of nowhere or the power goes out, you can still charge your truck at least 30 or more miles a day with sunlight. Also too, if you have solar panels and you don't want to spend a lot of money on power walls, you can kind of use your truck as a power wall, because it's going to have vehicle to grid charging. So say you're at home, you're not using your truck, you can plug your truck in and let your truck charge up, or your car or whatever, and then later on at nighttime when you're sleeping, you can basically and the sun's down, you can run your whole house on your truck. And also too, you can try to stay plugged in when you get home, from 6 to 10, which is peak hours, and in the morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the morning. That way, if you're tied into the grid, you can set it up to where you can use power off your truck, off those batteries during peak time, so you won't get those peak rates on your electric bill. So that can save you money too. But later on, the vehicle to grid, you can actually set it up again to where when the power is most expensive, you can have your the system send power from your truck to the grid and get paid. So you can actually get paid a lot more for your energy than you're getting charged for. So you can actually create a little income on the side just from giving out power. So Tesla's going to set that up as well. If you don't have the money, you can't borrow the money. Even if you have a credit card or debit card, man, just try to borrow $100 and put it down, lock in that truck before the self-driving goes up. There's three types of trucks right now. There's the single motor, 2-wheel drive for $39,000, goes 250 miles and goes like 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. There's a dual motor, 4-wheel drive, that's what I ordered, $49,000, goes 300 miles and goes 0 to 60 in about 4.2 seconds. Then there's the tri-motor, 3 motors, $69,000, and has a bigger battery, so it goes 500 miles and goes 0 to 60 in like 2.9 seconds. So I'm thinking about upgrading. I might upgrade depending on what my financial situation is and when I get my truck. The fully self-driving right now, like I said, I paid $7,000. Now it's $8,000. And right now, if you ordered a truck, it's probably gonna be 2, 3, or more years before you get your truck, unless they build another plant, because there's over 750,000 orders right now. And they haven't even built the factory yet. So by the time the factory's built and it gets ramped up, I ordered it the first day within like 20 or 30 minutes of when it came online. And I'm like number 70,000. So I'm going to be lucky to get my truck within the first year of production. So, but when I think by the time I get my truck, fully self-driving is going to be there. So I'm going to be able to have a lot of value in my truck. And if you order your truck now and you have to wait 3 or 4 years, I definitely think the fully self-driving, if not 100% capable, it's going to be so close that the self-driving package is probably going to be, it can be anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000. I think once the full self-driving is 100% level 5, it's going to allow you to basically send your truck out, and your truck can make you 30 to 50,000 a year. So I think if your truck can make you 30 to 50,000 a year, I think it's going to be pushing $100,000 or more. Because if you can just go out and buy a truck buy something that makes you 30 to 50,000 a year for 10 years, that's going to be, I mean, I think a lot of people are going to spend $100,000 on it. I don't know. Might be more than that. It's hard to tell right now because it hasn't been done before. It's unprecedented. So what is that worth? A vehicle that say it can make you $100,000 a year for 10 years, it's $1 million. So, I mean, or, you know, what's that worth? I don't know. I mean, most businesses that you can make $1 million in 10 years, it's going to be at least $250,000 or more, you know. Plus, there's no interaction. Basically, all you're doing is plugging the truck in, washing it, and then putting tires on it every once in a while, depending on what tires you use. So, well, that's my my gist of it. I think it's one of the best investments you'll ever make for $100. Because I mean, even if you order one for $100 and you can't afford it, when your order comes up, you can always get your $100 back, or you can even like put it up for sale, because the people that didn't order one and they really want one, they realize how much money potential there is, or they don't want to wait to order theirs. You have control of that order, so you can get a loan and put it up for sale, or you just put it up for sale and just basically make the difference. Like, you know, say you paid, even get the cheap one for $40,000, and then you pay 48,000 plus tax. Just say you spend like 50,000 or whatever, around 50 grand, and you sell it for 100, you sell it for 150, you know, whatever. You can make at least 10 or 20 grand on the low end, and you can make 50 to 100 grand on the high end. So this is Roger with Roger's Reviews, just going over the Cybertruck. What a good, such a good deal it is by being able to lock it in for $100. So if you like this video, please crush the like button. And I'm sorry about going over this and over this and over this, but I'm just making another video in case you didn't see my first one. And also too, we're probably going to be hitting our goal of 1,000 subscribers here within a week or two, and 4,000 watch hours. So if you guys can watch this and share it and subscribe, and we greatly appreciate it, so we can hit our goal. And then once we hit our goal, YouTube is going to actually help us promote our channel so we can get to more people. So we're just basically trying to help in any way we can to accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles. So the more people we can get interested, the more people we can get in electric vehicles quicker, the better it's going to be for all of us. So that's our goal, and we're doing everything we can to push towards that. And the only way we can accelerate that any faster is by sharing and having you guys share it. So share this with everybody you know, and hopefully that light bulb will go off, and people will realize by going this direction, it's better for everybody, it's better for the planet, and it's better for our children and the next generation. So thanks for watching.